So there is one planet that we can still colonize here, which is Mars. And then we've got a couple of decent ones here. We got Boudica here, which needs extreme colonization. And we've got Tuatora 2, which requires atmospheric cleansing, but will otherwise be a very, very, very nice planet. Over here we've got Chomp Dog, also needs extreme colonization. Extreme! Actually, there's a really, really good planet over here, but I'm a little bit worried about that much forward suddenly. So if we take a look at our ships, we get some freighters, some scouts, some survey ships. I think we can actually support another trade route. Yeah, well, we're at 2-2. This freighter... Oh, this freighter is already underway. That's right. How about... What are we constructing? We are constructing another freighter. Good. That'll bring us up to that. And at some point, we have to start thinking about what our victory condition might be. I mean, last time we didn't even get any space battles, so it would certainly be nice to get some of that going on. Especially, you know, since we could take over some land here. However, I'm always tempted, as my very first game in Galciv, to... Sty, thanks for the sub. To do a cultural victory, because it is like the coolest way, the coolest system. I love the way Galciv does that. Some of the border pressure reminds me of some of the older, like, you know, classic Civilization games as opposed to Galciv, and I always enjoyed that quite a bit. Like in Civ 5, your borders are fixed, barring citadels. There's no way to move a border after it's been put in there. But in here, yeah, you can just use cultural pressure, and we've got a little bit of that going on, don't we? This starbase here is a cultural starbase, right, to apply pressure there. We might be able to go and get enough culture to start flipping over Patriquis, or whatever you want to call it. Let's take a quick scan of some of our planets, make sure they are fully developed. Earth is there. It's got a bunch of xenofactories and research labs queued up because it's automatically upgrading our basic buildings as we get new tech, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, you can't... I wonder if there's a hotkey. Can't arrow, can't page up or page down. That's too bad. Hoping there's some way to quickly cycle between these things without having to go up and click. Merit is going to be the same thing over here. It's building its final research lab, and then it's going to go and start its upgrade queue, which is good. Juna here, lots of stuff still queued up. Tons of research labs just getting started. It's got the technological capital improvement. Juna is going to be our big tech place. We got quite a bit of tech all over, actually. Once we get this baseline stuff going on, though, we'll have to get maybe a little bit more production, not to mention influence building soon. We got a consulate going on here in Macior. Consulate does give you... Actually, we've already got one built over here and another one there. And is that the last of the planets? It is. Maciador is over here. Okay, so this place is getting bonus influence. It's getting a lot of influence buildings. And then on top of that, this starbase is going to... pump out more culture, more influence, because it's got this culture ring, and we can add, say, next a culture form. We've already requested another constructor over here, so we just got to wait for them to get built. Let me make sure my resource allocation is good. Right now it's balanced, which I guess is fine, and it's also balanced between social and military engineering, which again I guess is fine. Okay, once we get our trade routes going, we can probably... Whoa! First trade route. Achievement unlocked. Aliens. With minimal ceremony, the first of your trading frigates pushes away from its slip. It will bring back with it a small portion of the galaxy's wealth. The first and what will surely be a long series of profitable exchanges for your people. Oh, incoming message from the Drengen we've just met. These guys are super aggro slavers. Ah, so you're a human. We appreciate the hyperdrive technology. We would like to thank you over dinner. I'll take that as a friendly invitation. Hey, Thomas, thanks for the sub. Can you still create your own ships from scratch in here? Yeah, you can go to the designer and build your ships like Lego style to make them look like whatever the heck you want. It's like very, very creative and flexible. The shape of your ship doesn't really have any outcome on combat or anything like that. It's a cosmetic thing, which doesn't mean you can do... It does mean you can do crazy designs if you want. And it'll still work. It'll be like, yeah, sure, it's fine. It's space. Spaceships are supposed to be weird, right? So the Drengen are way over here, which is probably okay. If there's going to be... If we're going to target anything, it's going to be over here. On the other hand, if we just use cultural pressure to take on these guys, man, that is... Patriquis is a class 16 paradise. Would be really, really nice to pick up. Right now, their influence being produced from this planet is simply 1. We're already getting 2.3 from Macior over here, and that's without even fully maxing out the starbase. We might want to go and settle on Mars. I don't know. We don't have to rush it. Alright, let's skip ahead. Minor races contacted us. We seek new markets for trade. Our people have an unquenchable desire for new luxuries, spices, and inebriates. Yes, we look forward to beneficial relationship. Ice is odd water. We could potentially do some of those trades. So, we have a close relationship with the Lantern. The Lantern Corp. Let's do, see if we can trade something. I still don't like the fact that it doesn't tell you the actual tech cost. It just tells you how long it takes a tech to research. We could try to get a few of these military techs. We can trade them something else, I mean. Can I accept this? What if we throw in a few bucks? There we go. Almost certainly this is not a fair deal for our side, but we may as well get a few more techs by trading with, you know what? Cancel. What do we do? Set it to 0? But trading with the minor races is relatively safe. There, 28 bucks. Let's get some of that going on. Let's use the other. They've got militarization. Let's see if we can get some of that. This is fair. What if you give me some money? Oh, there we go. Pretty good. It still helps us. It helps them more potentially, but it still helps us. So that's okay. And these are minor races. They're not particularly relevant in the grand scheme of things. So we'll see how it goes. Whoa, hey! Inferno Fiend. Been a sub on Twitch for 15 months straight. Haven't done it before, so I figured what could possibly go wrong. Thank you very much, Inferno Fiend. Appreciate that. Mm-hmm. All right. Technology. What are we researching right now? Xenoeconomics. Shopping centers. Yeah, I like that. Orbital shopping centers. Yeah, very good. Get some more starship components. If we can build a few more of those, I would certainly not complain. We do have that other freighter coming in and then some more constructors. And we'll start working, I think, on quite a few constructors for quite a few new star bases. Okay, we already have a freighter going from Earth. Let's go and send one from Juna, just to mix it up. I guess Juna... Or that's the origin. It still pops out of that starbase, but that's okay. And then we will send it... God, that is a nice planet over there, isn't it? We'll send it down here. Get some other trade routes up and running. Okay, and then Sol is starting on a constructor. Some of those we queued up ourselves, but a lot of these are we requested from starbases because we want to get some new modules on there. Quill, you're in space and just worked out shopping centers. Well, they're space shopping centers. They're harder to figure out, man. Hey, Professor Chaos, thanks for the sub. Space shopping centers are complicated. It's hard to keep all the merchandise on the shelf in microgravity. It's kind of a problem. This is... Right, this is my culture starbase, but we actually want to have a mining starbase over here, because we have thulium and durantium over here. So we definitely want to build another starbase at some point. We can wait. A little more buzzing around with my scouts over there. Scooting a boot. Money's coming in pretty well. Oh, I need to check. Oh, people of the Crin Syndicate find themselves in our time. Would you consider a gift of the knowledge of soil? No, I'm not just going to give you a technology. Sorry. Trade. So right now we're getting 4 billion credits a week from our trade over here. It'll also, as it ages up, it'll become more and more and more valuable. So with that, we're making pretty good income. I'm going to go ahead and drop away here from money. This is money, this is science and production. So we're going to make a little bit less money per turn in exchange for having better manufacturing plus science. Okay, we finished xenoeconomics. Good. What do we have here? Interstellar Governance. Allows use of stellar empire form of government, which gives us 10% more production. How do we change our government? Diplomacy over here builds those diplomatic outposts. Get a lot more influence growth, and then the culture ones as well. Entertainment capital, Xeno entertainment. We do need a little bit more entertainment to keep our morale up at this point, so it's tempting to do that. What other categories might we have? What do we need for... I missed a sub. Mazeltine, thank you very much for the sub. We might want to get our butts into extreme colonization. So we need environmental engineering first, which gives us soil enrichment, or soil engineering, which grabs another salvageable tile. So we already have the ability to pick up one extra tile from agricultural adaptation. This would give us another tile on all of our planets. Environment optimization. So we got a few improvements. Terraforming, which gives us even more. 8 turns, 8 turns. I'm tempted to rush in this direction. Or we don't have agricultural adaptation yet. Okay, so both of these would give us extra tiles, and that's certainly very good. Of course, we can just go with more tech. Better research centers, plus the space-based research. That's always good. I don't think we need more range. I don't know about warfare. We might want to look into that. One of these specialization technologies are nice, and they're cheap, and just give us extra, extra something. Cheaper shields. More accurate guns. Lighter guns. I don't know how accuracy calculates in combat. I'm assuming, just effectively 10% more damage if you're 10% more accurate. What do people want? I'm feeling like I would like to get a little bit of military stuff, just in case something goes terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. Let's get some bonus accuracy on our weapons to start off with, and then maybe we'll improve our defenses as well, and then we'll go back to influence stuff. We don't. Oh, we found a random scout ship. That's cool. We don't necessarily need to unlock new building types for our planets because we still have tons and tons of stuff queued up as is. So passive bonuses might be okay, but other than that, cool. Let's put you on auto explore as well. Actually, let me explicitly. No, it's fine. They might end up moving the same way. But that's my survey ship, so no, that'll be okay. But more influence there. Pretty sure we're pushing out our borders in this general direction, which is going to be nice. Sabro, thanks for the sub. Yeah, atmospheric cleansing is even further away. Oh, cool. We got our targeting specialization. If we look at colonization and the tech tree, if I remember correctly, atmospheric cleansing is further? It's way over here. It's going to take us a long time to get there. On the right side, it means, everyone else will take a little bit longer too. So, we've got that. I'm going to take another specialization. The nice thing about specialization, they're just like generic bonuses. They just work, period. So for a defensive specialization, we have to choose something to make lighter. Or cheaper, rather, I should say. What I'm going to do is wait on this until we figure out who we're going to be fighting, and then what kind of tech they've gone and picked up. I'm going to hold off on that. We could unlock some more weapons, which is probably a really good idea. I don't know, we don't really have ships right now. Our starbases are actually relatively tough. All of these will also unlock a new starbase module with some more weapons, but maybe we can wait on that. Alright, let me pick up environmental engineering. It'll be good to unlock a new tile on planets, plus it does lead us to extreme colonization, which will unlock a few planets, which is really good. Fear Videos, thanks for the sub. Fomus, thank you very much for the resub. Alright, so we just sent a new constructor to the Sol Starbase, which currently has an economic ring, which helps us to produce better. Now we have to add some more bits and pieces onto here. We can add a starbase factory, which gives us more manufacturing on the planet, which is really good, or a laboratory, which gives us more science on the planet. Now this is Sol, this is Earth, and Earth has quite a bit of manufacturing. I'm really tempted to just go and give it more manufacturing on the planet, so it can keep producing more constructors better. We can also give it the starbase market, which gives us more income, which is pretty good. I'm going to go and put the starbase on Earth, because it builds everything for everyone else. Plus, the others are still eligible as well. We currently still have a constructor requested for this starbase, so I don't need to queue anything up right now. And yeah, that'll just make us build the next set even faster and faster. So if we keep, keep popping them out, making things better that way. Star bases do have a little influence by themselves as well, but even more so if we make them a cultural one. United Planets. They want to elect a United Planet chair. So in order to better assist all the races of the galaxy, the United Planets, I guess, elects a chair, being that will lead the UP for the next 4 sessions, whose duty is to choose which proposals will be presented. The winning race is appointed the UP chair for the duration. I'm going to try to vote for myself. The Terran Alliance. We are pretty friendly with a couple of minors. And that's one of the things. Minors can never be picked for one of these. So, final vote. The Iridium Corporation has won. Both these guys voted for the Altarian Resistance. Did anyone vote for me other than me? No. Boo. Well, I'll show them. Never surrender. A single intact defender orbits the remains of a planet destroyed by a terrible weaponry of the Dreadlord's War. The crew, long dead, stand at their post, waiting for reinforcements that never came. So we got another ship. This one's here is a military ship with 16 attack missiles and 8-point defense, which is pretty nice. I'm not going to explore with it. I don't think we need to blow up anything. So I'm mostly just going to go and bring it into friendly territory. You know what I'm going to do is set some sort of, maybe a rally point? I don't need to explicitly set a rally point. Tell you what, I'm going to move it to here. Because we have limited sensor reach over here, and we can keep an eye on things around this gas nebula. And see what we can do. Just keep an eye on our neighbors. A minor race. Well, together I'm sure we can build a better galaxy. Should probably do a little bit more trading, actually. With just the minor races. So that's the Marauders. They actually don't like me all that much. You're trading with an infidel? Okay, well, let's trade with them. We must wait longer to trade. Alright. Check out the major races. Hopefully find someone who likes us. The Kryn. There we go. We're close with the Iridiums. Let's try this again. So they've got more military tech. Yeah, I don't really want to necessarily trade for it. It's still nice. But it's not something I critically need, and I'm worried that we'd give up too much. Okay, that's not bad. So we're basically getting 6 turns worth of science in exchange for 7 turns of science plus some money. It'll be really nice if we could improve our overall diplomacy, but I'm going to take it. It's fine. Like the race designs and all. Yeah, all of them look really different and interesting, which is really good. We've completed our environmental engineering. We can get environmental optimization, which I think is the next step towards extreme colonization. So if we get that, we can get increases manufacturing adjacency terrain effects. So anything that gives a bonus to adjacent manufacturing buildings will be that much higher. Hey! That one Marine! Hey, thank you very much. Keep those great videos coming. Well, you keep showing up to the live streams. Appreciate it. This means better adjacency bonus for research, and this one is better adjacency bonus for economy things. I guess I'll take the research adjacency bonus. That's going to be okay. What I should do right now, actually, at my, say, Soul Shipyards, you should be aware that you're trading with civilization whose culture represents everything we are against. We tend to weigh the profitability of trade route over the ideological choices of that civilization. That is true. Our trade routes, which are set up over here, and the one we're going to set up over here, does have impact on our diplomacy, which is nice. I like that they, recognize that. All right, Soul Shipyard, you are going to build me a colony ship after you're done that constructor over here. Because very soon we're going to be closing in on extreme colonization. Which, we can't start with that one. Could do that one. It's not that huge. I think it's this one over here. We could grab that. Damn, I don't know. You are just going to, stand sentry. Just going to keep an eye on things. I mean, soon that's going to be in someone else's borders, but we could have considered grabbing it. It felt like, you know, pretty far and out of position. And you know what? I think it's fine that we didn't go for it, even though it's really good. We did need to build up our internal infrastructure a bit more. All right, Sol Starbase, the one with the factory. It's just got another constructor. 0G scaling, which give us even more manufacturing bonus. And I think I'm going to keep doing that. On this starbase here, I'm going to keep improving it this way. We can always get more starbases that provide science boost, etc., later on. But I like how it just keeps tacking on extra modules like that. And is there a limit to how many modules we can install? I'm not sure there is. I don't see one at a glance. I think we can keep requesting it. And, you know, then we'll be able to tag on more stuff. So I'll go ahead and do that. It'll queue up another constructor for us. We'll get there eventually. May as well keep making things better and better and better. Plus, what I should do actually here is I'll actually queue up a couple of constructors that aren't a request one. So that way I'll be able to just fly them out somewhere and assign them. Like I need a mining one. Lifting the fog. 25% sensor range to all ships in fleet. Nice. Oh, we're being attacked by some pirates. This is our scout. We're going to do a quick battle. And the scout's just going to get blown up. But that's okay. We definitely want a mining starbase over here, because we've got a couple of resources that could take advantage of it. Plus, then, when you do that sort of stuff, you can just keep improving those starbases and get tons of bonuses. Starbase system is very, very important here. We have an idle colony. Maciador is done doing everything it can do. However, we do have the ability to get a couple of upgrades. There's our capital. Anything next to the capital always gets a bigger bonus. I'm going to use the planetary soil upgrade there, which will give us an extra tile, and then soil engineering. Ooh, I would like to do it there. Oh, I see. The way the land works, you're not really able to. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it there. So that'll unlock a couple of new tiles for us, and once that's done, we'll be told it's idle again, and we'll go and fill in those gaps, which is going to be fine. There's also projects. We could build another shipyard here, but I don't think that's quite worthwhile. Thanks for the subs, SC Mick and Lord Zera Sophos. Thank you very much for the sub and the resub. Oh, some Illyrium over here. Space junk for us to pick up. Excellent. Is this my survey ship? No, it's my scout. My survey ship will have to get its way over there. Cultural relic. Right. I do have a starbase there that's eating the cultural relic. Very nice. And is... I can't see from here. Can I see how much influence it's producing? No. A constructor requested. It's got the archaeology lab. Can't even see how much influence we have in this tile specifically. But it is spreading our influence out over here. All right, environmental research. Excellent. So we should be able to get... Yeah, there's our extreme colonization. So we're going to pick that up so that we can colonize Schwamp Dog over here. We will rename it once we get there. Pirate Sniper. You know what? I'm going to move my defender over here. We're going to take out that pirate that's in our base. Oh, we got a trade offer. You want me to give you a tech in exchange for open borders? No, of course not. That's terrible. We have a lot of tech. Of course, we are playing on a relatively easy difficulty, so that shouldn't be a terrible, terrible surprise. I suspect we really can't get... Is this sorted in any way whatsoever? No. Ah. And money? There we go. We are giving up a lot more tech. The AI does tend to value weapons research quite a bit. But I'm okay with it. I want to be friendly. Wait. That was weird. Alright. Now they're fine with it. Now they'll give me a bit more. Now they won't. Now they'll do it. Yeah, there's this weird bug with the... or something going on with these credits. It behaves very oddly. I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's fine. We're giving up more, but that's alright. We're generous! We just got a constructor just arrived here at our cultural starbase. Well, actually, it's our archaeological starbase, but it feeds us culture, so I think the culture ring will make a lot of sense. It gives us static influence growth of +1, and it gives an extra 10% boost as well. And that should pile on with the culture that we've already got, which is really good. I will request another constructor over here. We will probably want like better weapons defenses at these places relatively soon. If someone declares war on us, it would definitely suck if they stripped out all our star bases. So that's our new colonization ship. We're going to grab 2.5 billion people from Earth, and we are going to send them to our new land. This is where we just improved a couple of tiles. And morale is fantastic here. Our population is pretty limited. Actually, are we at our population cap? We are. Let's go ahead and build one Xeno farm so that we can increase our population cap by a scooch. And then what I think we're going to do is build another consulate. This is a big influence planet. We're trying to push in our influence over here as much as possible. Idle ship. So that's our colony ship, which is going to fly out to... That's the atmospheric cleansing one. To this one. Meanwhile, we have to make sure to catch this pirate so it doesn't destroy our colony ship. Wormhole ride! Our survey ship went through a wormhole. So it's literally on the other side of the entire galaxy. Well, that'll give us some nice new information. Maybe meet some new minor races. Pretty good. Almost there. This defender should do a great job of killing that pirate. Alright, because we have 16 points worth of missiles, and they only have 2 points worth of lasers. They also have no defenses. We don't have the shields, which are optimal against lasers, but they will still help our defenses. Plus, we have twice as many hit points. So we will absolutely destroy the pirates. Boom. No problem. I'm going to keep scouting ahead to make sure there's no pirates in the path of our colony ship here. Idle colony. There we go. Maciador is done already. So, other than building a shipyard, there's not really anything we can do. They will auto-improve their buildings once we get more, but that's going to be fine. I guess what we can do is just tell it to permanently run a cultural festival, which will give us a little bit more influence. I don't know if that's going to screw up our queuing of upgrades. We'll have to check back on it later on. We could also go into the governed planet and tweak some of these things. But, I don't know, I'm okay with this. We could get more science, we could get different things, but its job is to do culture. So let's go ahead and do that for now. We'll revisit later on when we unlock some new building types to make sure that they get queued up the way we want. Extreme colonization. Done. Okay. We can get colonization focus of aquatic worlds. Normalizes production of aquatic worlds and boosts their wealth and tourism. Right, so the aquatic world had that negative 50% production modifier, which I think we're going to have to deal with until we get this. It's quite a deep tech here. You know, it's not as low-hanging as some of these others, but it's probably worth doing that. So we'll take the aquatic world mastery. It does lead towards atmospheric cleansing, which we may not rush to, we'll see. You want soil enrichment for 75 billion credits. I'm not sure that's worthwhile. You know what? I'm not going to trade with you because you're kind of a jerk, and you're not going to like me, and no one's going to like you, so... We're not going to trade with you. That's the way it is. Got our ships moving together. We're going right over there. Yeah, see, now we can colonize it. It doesn't tell us we need the extreme colonization, but it does have the 50% penalty to production. So we definitely want to override that, because, wow. That is really brutal. Didn't realize we need quite so many techs to make use out of the planet. And I think we still could colonize this. It would upset these guys. There's later on you get a UP... sort of policy that says, hey, you can't colonize within someone else's territory. But this will be okay. Upgrade our starbase. Which one is this one? This is our Sol starbase with all the big production boost. I'm going to go ahead and hit a research lab on this as well. And we've got defenses. Right now, this is way more than any ship can tackle, so we don't need to rush anymore. I'm not going to queue up any more constructors here. We're going to wait until our things get busy, or get idle, our star bases. We're going to colonize this planet. I'm going to name it on someone in the chat. I'm going to look at the chat right now at the bottom. Elad. DV. The bottommost chat when I looked over. Elad DV. There we go. You are our planet. Ooh, we got some leftover robots here.